Yeah, folks, yesterday we got the greatest over-the-air update in the history of Marvel Snap updates because it included the most important buff of all time. Zombie Galacti got +1 power. Which sounds meager, right? Like 1 power, you just, what's that gonna do? But remember, that's actually very often just straight up like an extra 4 or 5 power, because when you play Zombie Galacti, you know, he's transforming 4 or 5 things. Sometimes you could be up to even more than that, right? 6 other cards could be +7 power. But then that also does actually scale with a card like Shuri as well, which seems to be the best way really to get big Zombie Galactis from what we've seen from the data so far. So it's kind of like +2 at a base, which again across 4 or 5 guys might be like an extra 8 or 10 power throughout the course of this deck, thanks to that single 1 point of a buff, which they acknowledged in the like dev update for the OTA, saying like, you know, it's hard to balance this one actually in some ways because it gains like so much, you know, that one buff chains across so many targets that it can kind of turn into a really dangerous proposition. So now the question is Zombie Galacti actually a playable deck? Well, you're gonna have to watch this video to find out because I embarked on a 10-game run with my friend Zombie Galacti and his buffing crew here, along with some card draw as well in the mix. And I will say Superior Spider-Man, who, spoiler alert, I think felt pretty good in this deck. Is a rather reliable way to play a turn 6 Zombie Galacti if you need to, or of course Magic getting him down on turn 7 is also fine. But you'll just have to watch and see. We'll talk about it a little bit at the end of the video, whether or not we think Zombie Galacti is actually a real deck, a competitive deck, a meta tyrant. Where does this card land? Lock in your predictions now, and I guess just enjoy the show. Oh God, Zabu. Okay, God, sorry, I had to send a Discord message. Zabu, sorry, buddy, I didn't mean to make you wait. Umokden, my apologies. Forgot I queued up Krakoa. Oh man, that would be sick on Zombie Galacti. Kind of wasted on everybody else though, right? Adam Warlock. Yeah, be cool to turn off Krakoa before the opponent gets to benefit, since I don't really ever benefit, right? I do kind of like Surge better than Warlock in a lot of ways, but well, I guess since I already have Magic and Zombie Galacti, there's really no reason to play Adam Warlock. That's really what you're looking for. I mean, a Shuri, I guess, is I guess a Shuri is pretty nice to get. They already got their Krakoa ahead. Dang, dude. They get 6 or only +4 on that. I think Nico reads after, right? So they probably only got +4, which I guess that helps a little. Yeah. It's gonna be hard to be winning there, so let's turn that off. This is actually a really sick Gwenpool right now, because I'm only gonna have 2 cards in hand. It's gonna be Adam Warlock Gwenpool go down, and then, you know, Zombie Galacti hopefully catches. Nice catch all the buffs. At least 2 would be great. Please, God, give me at least 2. Come on, Galacti. I believe in you, buddy. Oh, only 1. Dang it, dude. Shuri, you thief. Could have maybe tried to wait, but my hand and deck is expensive enough. I don't think it would have panned out for us. Forge is 9 power now because of Krakoa. Jeez. If I get a Wong next turn, he's going to cost 3. You go Wong and Shuri together on 6, and then Galacti on 7. That's pretty great. I mean, even if you don't get a Wong here, you're looking at 14 power. 14. Yeah, I mean, mid's currently the weak spot there, but it's honestly still competing. Like, you know, Adam Warlock actually keeping his buffs is funny. Might make a difference, I guess. We could also snap Bob out potentially. Okay, this is a zoo build here from the opponent. Sure. Show me that Wong for 3 or 2 even, maybe. 2, I guess, actually, if I thought that go Wong. Fastos instead. That's okay. Well, I guess maybe we put Fastos mid here then, so that we know we have 2 Galacti right, 2 Galacti mid, 2 Galacti there. That's, you know, each of those is equivalent to 28 power worth of stuff, which is pretty great. I think going 3 across is actually fine against the zoo deck. There might be some decks I'd be more thinking about going going tall. Iceman has no target. You love to see it. They're also locked in right now, so I don't have to actually worry about disruption here at all. I could top deck a free card, by the way, but it'd have to go down after Galacti, which is fine. Not a problem. No free cards. Well, could I have actually had a free card now that I say that? Would it have to have been a 2-drop, wouldn't it? Fastos would only ever discount by another 1. I don't think there were any in the deck. I mean, yeah, this actually looks pretty great. Right's fine. We know we're going to, well, Shuri's actually going to matter, right? So that's cool. Like her buffs she got, you know, they stole away from Galacti, but who cares? It's enough, dude. We actually barely held mid, but like we said, the Adam Warlock buff's coming in clutch. 3 across, let's go. Pretty great first game, dude. Pretty great first game. Nothing fancy here. But you know, 1 Gwynpool buff and 1 Shuri buff's more than enough. Did the Zombie Galacti buff matter? I mean, with Shuri, it's already worth 2 points, right? Like, in other words, this would have been a 12 power card, only a 12 power card before the buff because of Shuri. So we would have only had 27 here, which would have lost, and we would have had 26 here, which wouldn't have lost, but would have been awfully close. Maybe with a different Marvel Boy hit at the end actually could have lost, honestly. I don't know if Marvel Boy went there or not, I guess. There's enough that he could have missed. So, tiny margins. This game actually looks kind of relevant, to be honest. That's a good first game. All right, Zabu early. Man, this is a good start, dude. A lot of green glowy boys. And Zabu early is great. Camelot doesn't really usually matter. Do we play Forge here just because, or do we wait? I think he's cheap enough we can probably always wait. I have magic, which is nice. You know, I would say, like, if it's a green card, sometimes it just makes sense to put it down just to get the body there. But I think we'll find a moment for him for sure. And he could actually be pretty good off Wong, so. Oh, and this gives us a tempo play anyway, so great, nice, yeah. Hopefully we win right and start drawing some cards, because we need to find Zombie Galacti, obviously, number 1. A Shuri would also go a really long way. We would love some Shuri. A lot of other hits. They sadly played there. It's unfortunate. I mean, I guess we're close already. I don't want to turn off Camelot, though. Oh, we drew another Adam Warlock. Ew. That's a miss. That makes it way less likely I find Zombie Galacti. Time Theater I don't actually hate much as a location, but it's real bad for us in this deck, I gotta say. Bruce Banner mid. I guess we're gonna pull ahead left, at least momentarily. But don't draw this turn. We really need to make up that draw. Maybe we go mid, hope Bruce doesn't hit. Try to draw off both Warlocks here. Surge is also cool, but this makes me better at the Adam Warlocks, so we're gonna do it this way. Hey, they just passed. Okay, so we need Bruce to not hit. Don't hit Bruce. Don't hit Bruce. Don't hit Bruce. Nice. Bruce didn't hit. We draw 2. This makes it very likely we find Zombie Galacti on time. Very likely. Not actually guaranteed still yet, though. I mean, maybe Crystal actually, does that guarantee it? We don't even have to worry. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get the Wong in. I don't expect a ton of disruption in a high Evo deck, so this is probably okay. 2 Galacti cards left. We want to put a 3rd one in. It doesn't really matter if they get buffed. Adam Warlock's buff is relevant, actually. That's nice. Decent chance we draw at least 1 more card here. Does Camelot go off before Adam Warlock? It should, right? Because it was revealed first. So that means we're going to draw another card left, which almost guarantees a Shuri. If mid hits, it does guarantee a Shuri because mid hits. Nice, okay. So now we can just go like Gwynpool, wherever, into Shuri. The problem with that line, though, is that we don't really develop any more Galacti bodies. I think maybe we just better off putting in a Galacti body, right? And then we Shuri. I mean, this is 2 and 2. That's and 2. That's going to be more than enough. These are obviously going to be a jillion points. Fastos deck empty. You don't normally see that. I don't see any way the opponent wins, right? They know I've drawn every card. It's a big old Zombie Galacti. I mean, he didn't catch any other buffs, so it's, you know, it's only going to be 20, but even big hulks and stuff and she hulks or whatever don't beat this. You're talking about 43 points right, 43 points mid, ironically, and 45 points left. That should be nigh unbeatable. I don't know. I mean, maybe some weird combo disruption or something. Shang-Chi's not even that good anymore, though, you know. What could it really be here? Hulk is big, but not big enough. She-Hulk is big, but not big enough. She-Hulk is big, but not big enough. Dude, the double She-Hulk time theater is actually insane. To lose that is tough. That is a tough one to lose. Oh, man. They really had a home run here as far as, like, one of the biggest sunspots I've ever seen. Like, this wins so many games. Oh my goodness, dude. Their Bruce never went off though, which sucks. They still wouldn't have won mid though. It's only plus 12. They still would have been short, man. Yeah, we just had everything. The double Warlock, I was mad at the time, but drawing everything made life pretty great. That was cool. All right, so we are 2-0. I realized I don't have a lot of time to record today. I gotta go pick up food in about 45 minutes. We might just do a 10 game run. Just to facilitate my schedule. It's a good start, so I was like, well, you know what, let's just lean into it. See how we go over 10. Turtles arc, okay. I really wish Zabu was green. We could turn this off though with magic. That's no problem. So Zombie Galacti and magic in hand, that's a great start, right? Like, we know things are possible already. Stark Industries doesn't really help us. That's a good card to turn off as well. But I don't want to have, like, I'm exposed to the flooding locations pretty hard for a couple reasons. Like, number one, it can be weird to just, like, guarantee your opponent can counter your Galacti location, you know, if they have any Cosmo that comes down or something, because they know I'm always playing in one spot. That can be tough. Like, Shuri sometimes signals that anyway, but might have a little more flexibility. Merlin is bad news, though, because it can turn off magic. Dang, that's tough. I mean, we don't, like, you know, if we get a green card, which we can with Forge, we don't have to have magic. We could just go Forge and a Superior Spider-Man on turn 5, and then that guarantees the Galacti on turn 6. So you go Gwynpool on 4, Forge, Superior Spider-Man on 5, but you kind of have to hope that you get a buff elsewhere, because you're not going to have a Shuri, you know. You're talking about maybe 5 power per spot, which, I mean, honestly, isn't like crazy bad necessarily, because, you know, it's still, you know, we're turning at Forge, and, you know, he's getting a +3 buff. Magic is getting a +3 buff. If Zabu were green, we'd be really happy. Also a chance the opponent doesn't hit Omniversal Presence somehow over the next 8 turns or whatever. Monster Island, okay, not a problem. Psylocke, not a problem. So one Omniversal has been used. They have a few more chances to hit, of course. I think this is indeed the Gwynpool still, because we want to do this. We set on 5. Hopefully she just rips through a couple Zombie Galacti buffs. That would definitely make a huge difference. I will say, if Spider-Man or Forge catch a buff, I can trail the Forge, and, like, you don't have to use the Forge on the Superior Spider-Man. The only nightmare scenario here would be Fastos catching all 3 buffs. That would be the absolute dread scenario. Zombie Galacti getting 0 buffs is also a pretty bad scenario. Black Panther also making me incredibly nervous. Just incredibly nervous. Maybe, though, if that's the case with Arnim Zola, maybe the plan is just to win mid. And because you're gonna have 14 and 8 is 22. That's not really enough, though. And we kind of have to rip early because oh my god. Okay, I'm even more scared now. Now life just got even worse. Well, I mean, if they aren't Zola here, we're actually really fine. If they Taskmaster here, we are not fine so much. Depends on where it goes, I guess. If they Taskmaster, though, they're not turning off Limbo. You know what I mean? Like, if they they might be just greedy enough to not end the game here. You know what I mean? What are they playing if they're not playing Artem Zola or... Okay, I don't know. Hear me out, dude. I'm greeting. I don't know. Crazy thing is, I don't know if this beats, like... I'm gonna greed. I don't know. This is a tough call, right? Like, we could obviously lose here. There's no question if they just turn off Limbo and play something small. Oh, maybe I can't greed here. Maybe they just turn off Limbo and play some... I don't know, dude. I'm really torn. I'm really torn. Do they greed? Are they a greedy guy or a not greedy guy? I'm going for greed. I'll regret it all day if I don't go for greed. I'm going for greed. No! They have not turned off Limbo, but can we win is the problem. Because now Artem Zola beats you too hard, you know? Now you're really cooked anyway. If I had a Shang-Chi, maybe we could win because we do have priority. But Zombie Galacti here does not beat Artem Zola, obviously. Artem Zola... Wait, didn't they play it once in future? Oh, no, that's fine. They can't... It can't try to merge with once in future, so... Yeah, we still lose to... We still lose to Artem Zola 100%, right? Even though this is really fun, we're gonna have 28 points like we talked about. That's... Or, excuse me, 48 points. Clearly not enough. We will take it, though. We don't care. We'll take the cube hit. It's fine. Taskmaster actually does not beat us because they played the skill, so it would have to be Artem Zola. But it works. They did not play another card in between. They did, but I mean it wasn't a character, so Artem Zola is fine for them. Actually, we just kind of lose. I'm just realizing we kind of lose left here if they don't do anything. I mean, this is just 100% loss, isn't it? Hold up. I'm only going to 80 here, which just doesn't even beat this. There's no world in which I win. Why am I playing it out? I guess it's fun to see it. Whatever. I don't care about my cubes that much. I think it's a guaranteed loss, though, right? Because I'm not winning right and I'm not winning left. So it's fun, but very fun. Jennifer. Bro, like, oh my God. Be something insane. Cosmo. Oh, that would have been insane. Omniversal. Somehow lose them the game. Shadowland. Symbiote Spider-Man. Bro, if I had just played like a Fastos right, I guess we still would have lost the game, but not by much. Like if I had just played 2 cards right, we would have won. They didn't either go for Limbo or the big pop-off play. Man, it's crazy work. What the heck, dude? What the heck, dude? This was the last thing I expected. We could have literally just played Fastos and Crystal right and won the game, I guess, maybe, because I think we had enough here anyway, didn't we? 14's hardly any points. I don't remember what was here, but it was like kind of big if I recall. It was like a Gwenpool and a Spider-Man and something. It was like Forge. It would have only barely been enough. I would never have expected this to hold, but sure enough, it would have held. What a hilarious game for them to take 4 cubes on. It's also funny to lose with 80 points, but we knew what we were into, you know? All right, so we're 2-1. The cube count here, you know, if you were playing seriously, definitely would be higher. So we just took 4. We knowingly should have only taken 2, you know, but 3-1. Hey, good start. Okay, we have at least some way here to get this out on time, but we do need a green card, I guess, in the meantime. Zabu, that's fine. Adam Warlock's a pretty great way to reliably get green. Either gets you closer to your magic or gets you green, you know? Yondu Nico. Oh. Okay, well. So much for that plan. Forge reliably gets you green. Forge into Superior Spider-Man would be sick as well. Fastos can get you green, but a little harder to work with. Maybe it doesn't always hit when you want. Hey, Chimichanga's green. Nice. That means we have a good Superior Spider-Man. Okay. Let's actually buff the Superior Spider-Man itself, because I don't want to accidentally get hit by a Killmonger and turn it off, you know? That hits nothing. Wow, we dodged. Dude, this deck is crazy right now, by the way. What on earth? It's a Yondu Moon Knight Nico deck. It's like maybe trying to delete my cards kind of deck, you know? Steal all my stuff. Chimichanga's saving us, though, dude. We love it. So what do we play here? Sure, he's not it yet. Wong would be okay, but he'd kind of be wasting some energy as well. Gwenpool a little early, honestly. If we go Fastos now, it doesn't. I'd rather put a green card down, right? So I'd rather put the crystal down. Maybe spread these out a little bit. Each one of these is currently only worth about 10 points. Next turn, I should be able to Gwynpool and Shuri together, though, which is pretty good on Zombie Galacti. Although crystal does make that worse, unfortunately. But she is a green card herself, so I don't know. Yeah. It'd be nice to draw a magic still, honestly. Oh, Symbiote Spider-Man. I still currently, well, now I have an even costed card, but did not until now. Ooh, magic plus forge. I don't really think they're gonna have a way to turn off a location, right? Seems unlikely to me. Then I can go Gwynpool Shuri. Or if I get desperate and get scared, I could just rip the Galacti off the forge, but I don't think we're gonna see this turned off. I don't know. Denying the Moon Knight again. How frustrated would you be if you keep playing Moon Knight and you hit nothing? Maybe they don't really care, right? Surge is a good hit. That's fine. I guess I do lose a potential cheap green card, but I wasn't gonna have the energy for it anyway, I don't guess. So now I can put in a Wong, actually, if I think magic is gonna stick, which I do. These kind of melee decks often kind of like magic, to be honest. We could just go Wong Shuri. Bro, we could almost play all of these. Dude, I don't think Gwynpool Shuri is usually better, is it? The only thing I like better about it is that it does put another green card into play. It really just depends, right? If you hit Zombie Galacti twice, you get like an 18 power Galacti anyway, when you'd normally be looking at a 20 power Galacti. So it just kind of depends, you know? But if you miss, you've only got a 10 power Galacti, which is only 20 points right, 20 points left. Boy, it really just depends. If Wong was somehow one cheaper, boy, would we be pumped. I'm gonna go for the Gwynpool, man. I don't know. I feel like we need a little bit more than what we have right now. We're gonna lose the Wong, which again doesn't matter. Baron Zemo doing nothing. Come on, at least a few Galacti. 2 at least. God dang it, dude. That is brutal. Absolutely brutal. I mean, now you're just, it's just a loss always, right? Like I mean, technically you could be 20, but it's so easy for them to put in a set of swarms. Wow, dude. If we'd gone Wong Shuri over here, we would have been so like, we wouldn't have had this green card obviously, so we would have had like 20. Well, yeah, we would have had like 40 here, but you only would have had 22 here. And you would have only had 21 here, which definitely looks better than what we have right now. So, yeah, in hindsight, but I was hoping for like 28 here from 14 and 14, right? And like 16 at least here, maybe if this gets hit even once, if it gets hits twice, you're even happier. And then a bunch here. So you kind of have 2 strong spots, right and left. But we didn't even hit 1 Galacti hit. So it's like, man, it doesn't feel like this is ever a win. I mean, we know it's a loss mid. Maybe if right somehow held, but you don't expect it to. I mean, you think just 2 swarms beat you right, so you kind of, oh, and Claw owns you as well, yeah. Yeah, dude, this was a tough Gwynpool hit. This is a little risky for them to stay in on, honestly, because they don't know how many times I hit the Galacti, right? Like, assuming I hit Galacti even twice, they're in trouble, you know? Why is this Deadpool emote now up on my thing? Get it out of there! Ah, that's a tough game, dude. Like that one, this Gwynpool's really betraying me, dude. We cannot hit a good Gwynpool to save our life, which is really hurting my record. Am I 2-2 now? Or 2-3? What are we? I forgot. Zombie Galacti. The Cobulator. This looks a bit like a bot to me. I don't know. Oh, no, maybe not. It's not a base portrait. The name's a little simple. Probably not, actually. I don't think it is. I take it back. Magic's nice. Quicksilver decks are a little scary. I'm thinking about things like, I don't know, maybe an Alioth later. Oh, no, we're 2-2. We're still 2-2. Okay. And I honestly feel like both of those were really winnable, honestly. Both were like, you know, things were happening at least. Things were happening. How do we lose the other one? I actually cannot remember now that I say that. My brain is rotted. Rotted to the core. I guess you probably want to go Fastos first, right? Because you could hit a Zombie Galacti. Forge plus Superior Spider-Man next turn's pretty sweet. Then you do maybe like Magic on 5. Give me something cool, dude. Not Zombie Galacti. Strong guy for them, okay. Raven for us. Yeah, that's probably a fair trade. Strong guy, you know, it's not crazy. Ooh, we caught a buff. Very nice, actually. Okay, I'm really pumped. I like it a lot. Honestly, yeah, maybe now we just abandon. So one, I don't actually, well, I was gonna say maybe we abandoned Magic, but I have very few Zombie Galacti bodies here. That's actually the bigger issue right now, is that I don't have a lot of things getting buffed. That's not been as big of a problem for us. I might have to Magic just to have, you know, something to hit here. Like, you know, she's green. Otherwise, I was gonna say, you know, just Shuri Galacti is actually pretty legit already. Ooh, that's another body, actually. Maybe. You still only have one left, though, is the problem, right? So you're looking at a 14 power Galacti next turn. So you kind of have 28 here, 18 here, and actually you're pretty big left still, honestly. Yeah, I might go for it this turn. Am I gonna have priority? Because that actually matters a lot into something like maybe an Alliath, although I don't think the anti-venom deck's running Alliath this month. Looks like I'm actually gonna have priority though, so maybe it doesn't even matter. Not a risk. Ajax instead. Okay. Yeah, let's just go here. We do have priority, so if there's like a hazmat, it's gonna go off. So what did we say? 14 and 14. That's a lot here. Maybe we just shore up here. Like, technically you flip right, but you don't really trust your beating the Ajax. I think you just flip here. Yeah, this looks pretty good, honestly, man. Like the turn 6 Zombie Galacti, we haven't done much in any of my videos. It's pretty much always been the turn 7 one, but Superior Spider-Man feels like a really relevant addition here, I think. Went hard left. Are we going to be big enough? I mean, I'm kind of trusting Superior Spider-Man's buff there to be a big winner. Chameleon Diamondback is crazy work, dude. Crazy work. Adam Warlock saves it. Unbelievable math. This is actually a crazy combo, by the way. Like, Chameleon seems nuts in this deck because it could be like double Hazmat, double Diamondback. Wow, we hold the tiebreaker mid, and what an insane Adam Warlock top deck, dude. It was 0 energy. Wow. That is a clutch game, dude. That makes the whole video worth it right there, man. Wow. And of course, if any of these had been a Zombie Galacti, you know, we would have been so much better off, obviously. But every point matters. You would tell me the Zombie Galacti buff don't matter. That's a game where it clearly mattered, man. Woo! All right, Zabu early and green is great news, and Adam Warlock to draw some cards. Maybe we just rip right. Hey, Starlight Citadel. Oh, hey, look, guys, it's Starlight Citadel. Oh, sick, the location is Starlight Citadel. I'm making a little joke about me never remembering. As if every time I see it is the first time. Destroy deck, it can be spooky for sure, yeah. Do we go Crystal or Fastos? With Magic, I think I actually go Fastos. Problem is I'm locking in a little hard there, right? Maybe we go here. We're gonna get a third card there. We need one more green guy there later. So maybe like a Crystal goes there. It's funny calling these green guys. My daughter, I call so many characters a green guy if we don't know their name. Green guy, purple guy, blue guy. She loves it. Oh, Sasquatch is a big hit, dude. Scorpion. Not such a fair exchange, dude. Adam Warlock getting denied by X Mansion's annoying. Especially annoying if you like miss your guy, right? Again, where are all the green cards? So I guess what you'll do here is like Crystal right and then Wong Shuri mid. Opponent has priority. They might pull a card out for me. If they pull out a Crystal on Otto's lab, I'm a little cooked is the problem. But I don't want to do this because I don't have a single green guy left. Could put one green guy over there or maybe just ignore it. But if they pull out Otto's lab, man, I think we're going to go ahead and do this because there's a decent chance they don't play here this turn. They might just like do Venom right, Venom left or something, you know, and not play mid. And then I just deny it altogether. Don't hit that Shuri, please. Hit Crystal at least. Although now I've lost my Wong Shuri like I talked about. I can't do Wong Shuri anymore. Just an X23. Are you serious? Shuri, I can't trail into a Galacti there either. That's no way. I don't have time. So unfortunately, that's gonna make my life real tough. Even if Zombie Galacti is 7 here. Oh wait. Shuri moved, but that still doesn't really matter. He is 6 here. Where does the Shuri go off? She was on Limbo, right? Why isn't it showing her there? Oh, because... Oh. The location changed. Does that mean she changed? Like, does she not work anymore? Bro, I want to find this out. I'm going to play this here where Shuri used to be and see if this goes to 8 or not. I have to find a playable Gwynpool on 6 with Wong and then just slam the Zombie Galacti as is. I'm going to learn something here. I don't know if this goes off because it turned into a Limbo. It changed the actual location. It did not go off. Wow. Well, we did not hit the Gwynpool, but we did hit a Forge. So that's going to be +4. That's 10. That makes you really big mid. But you're not big enough to flip right. Well, actually, you can tie right maybe with Adam Warlock. But you're pretty good. I can play both of these, right? So that's pretty good. Okay, you no longer win right. Null is also now a monster. Killmonger makes right even harder to win. Do I win left at 25? I don't think so, right? Because I think that's where they play. I don't think we ever win left, and we definitely don't win right. I mean, maybe they don't play left with Null, but I would. Yeah, they do. Smart. I mean, it's close. Well, no, it's not that close. Never mind. It looked kind of close, but 36 is not it. Yeah, kind of close. They honestly could have also flipped mid with Null. I actually think I maybe like that play better even. Yeah, this is a game where, you know, they got a lot of nice little incremental hits that we didn't, you know, like the little things went their way, right? Like Sasquatch feeding into the Venom and Null, right? If that had been a 1 power card, they're missing 18 power this game. Still would have been enough, it looks like, but you know, that's a step. The Shuri getting pulled early, that's a hit against us, because you know, otherwise we might have had a way sicker Shuri. Even just like having priority, which that doesn't feel as accidental, but you know, like if we'd had priority and the magic goes off first, there's a different conversation. The Shuri thing, I'm pretty sure I've never actually seen that before, where location gets changed in between the Shuri. In other words, is it the slot or the location? Because I think Starlight Citadel definitely, I don't even know what is, if you play, yeah, it does say at this location, not like here. It's not tied to the card. We've seen that before where the location, it's tied to the location. I don't know how that works. I'm thinking it's not that location anymore, so it just doesn't work. Regardless of any moving, maybe. So we are 3-3, I think, if that's right. Let me double check my match history here on Untapped. Zombie Galacti. Zabu early's beautiful. Okay, beautiful hand right now. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful hand. Oh, insanely beautiful hand right now. Okay. Zabu right, Surge mid. I should have done Zabu mid and Surge right, actually, to get out ahead of some locations, maybe. Because now Surge mid might be weird. Yeah, we actually really want to avoid Clintar specifically because we want the green cards not getting transformed out of their green status. Yeah, we are 3-3 right now. And boy, I feel like 2 of those were really close. Or at least remember 1 was really close. Hala, though, I also can't afford getting set off. Honestly, we can probably just win Hala. really hard to beat us here, right? If we go Spider-Man next turn. Not impossible, though. 10 points. I mean, it's pretty hard. They don't commit to it. They don't commit to it. Okay. Nice. We'll just go in, dude. Hopefully get something to play with Spider-Man, of course. We don't actually have to magic, although opponents made that decision easy for us, okay? That might give us some time to greed a little more, right? Find the good stuff. Ooh, yeah, I think we can just go ahead and rip this Forge. Just really make sure we win Hala, no risk, because we have 3 Zombie Galacti cards there. That's going to be fine. We currently kind of do need the Forge buff almost, because I don't have Shuri, Wong, or Gwenpool. They are going right. There's no way. Oh, they were going right. They thought they were going to sneak it by us. I don't know what they had. What would this have been, dude? We went hard. Maybe it was going to be like a, I don't even know, dude. I don't know, but I'll take the win. Sometimes just buffing stuff works, man. Like, Surge is a good card, we're finding out. I didn't even go for max power, by the way. Could have buffed the Superior Spider-Man. I didn't think we needed it, but they I don't know. They're making me doubt myself. All right, 4-3, man. 4-3. 3 games to go. That counts as a legit win, by the way. I'll take that, dude. We've had some rough luck. I think that's a good win. 4-3. Okay. Magic gives you some confidence. Need like a 2 or a 1 though. Sure, we'll play a Vibranium, why not? Fastos on 3. You gotta say 6 cost Galacti, but you need more than just that, you know. X Mansion. I don't love how much space we're losing this game. We could go Magic mid if we wanted to. Just, you know, you think about like Wong Shuri positioning, but I guess since Shuri is green, if you do Wong Shuri, ooh, +1 energy is usually pretty nice for us. Hey, so we don't even necessarily, well, no, we still need, well, if we win Castle Blackstone, we don't actually need, because we could just go Wong on 4, Shuri on 5, Galacti on 6, but you don't have enough Galacti cards down, really, is the issue, right? You need more. I could do Wong Shuri left always. That's at least 2 Galacti bodies, so that's fine, I think. So we'll go right here, maybe try to win some Blackstone on the opponent. Keep them denied. Polaris. At least we're not tied. Craven is getting a buff, you jerk. Whoa, big hit. Whoa, what are the odds they tie? But of course, we start netting additionally every new card played there, which is good. Yeah, sadly that is not a very good Zabu. But we do have a full opening left now, at least for now. We know Magneto can really wreak havoc on these cards. They could also play him a turn early, which is weird. I don't really want to commit another card there, though, unless it's a Galactus card. So maybe, like, Crystal could go there next turn. But I need to play Magic next turn. Or Magic this turn with Zabu, maybe. Again, no Zombie Galacti card here, though, right now. You could do Crystal here. I just kind of like the idea of filling out spots to play around Magneto a little bit. Fastos does not move Vibranium. Well, I filled out the spot. Okay. I mean, this does make the Galactus first steps potentially very big. It's going to be a little tough for them to work through this. They might decide to Magneto, though, to move the Magic so that, well, actually, I don't think the Cannonball lists usually run Magneto, for the record. I think they go a different direction, typically. I wish I could win right, man. It would be so nice, because I'd love to go, like, Crystal and Shuri next turn. Because right now, I'm just not really contesting the right spots. And I'm not going to have the ability to... I mean, maybe you just go Forge here because you want the Galacti card there. So you got like 40 points right. You hope mid maybe just holds on its own. If they do have a Magneto, I guess it's pulling Wong right. I do have priority, though, so my Forge would still only be a one-timer Forge. But I don't know. It's kind of nice to see the Cannonball already because, you know, that's one of their disruptive cards gone. Miles locking in. Okay, Spider Punk, that's not really a problem still. We're still farming up mid. I don't think they're turning off the location, right? I don't think. You don't know, but you don't think. Hope not. If they do, we lose. Shield gives them some interaction left still, so we could see a Magneto left, but like I said, I don't think if they have Cannonball, they usually run Magneto. They're just passing this turn. Wow. Maybe they want to lose priority for some reason. I don't know. Something like a Wong would screw, or excuse me, a Cosmo would screw me. Surely this deck doesn't have Cosmo, right? Don't even run a Cosmo. No. This puts me at 40 right, 40 left, and 33 mid or 35 mid. Nice, dude. Yeah, they saw the writing. Yeah, nice, dude. We're 5-3. Let's go. 2 games to go. We can't go under 50-50, which, you know, that's about where we finished with these decks before. But I do feel like Zombie Galacti still feels playable, man. It's definitely like work. It's, you know, it takes a lot of work, but 2 games to go. Zombie. Oh, not a single green card in hand is tough. That's bad news. None of our early game plays are going to be buffed later. That's really, really tough news. Is X-Mansion the featured location? What is today? Today's Friday. There's no featured location. I've had this 3 times in this video so far, right? We've played 8 games. That's tough, man. Ooh, good hits, though. Good hits. I really like Superior Spider-Man in this deck. I really like him. This has been one of his more exciting deck fits for me. Because you only need him like once, really, to potentially get that turn 6 Zombie Galacti, but he's felt kind of good multiple times beyond that. Hey, maybe this X-Mansion will steal the Galactus buff for me. Can I win once on X-Mansion, dude? One time in my life, one time can I get a power advantage there. Like, honestly, it's so frustrating, dude. It's so frustrating. It really drives me crazy. I mean, yeah, maybe you just do this. It's gonna kind of not draw me a card because of Adam Warlock's definitely gonna draw. Like, we're always gonna win Mojo World here. But it's 2 Galacti bodies, which is fine. Gwynpool's like worse and worse the more, you know, more cards I have in hand, but it's okay. Zombie Galacti hits. Okay, now we kind of need Wong or an insane Gwynpool snipe. That's about the only 2 options. What's left behind? Let's see. It's Dracula. Okay, so definitely some dumpy stuff hitting here. Wow. We actually are not winning right, which is, I did not dream, by the way, but is totally fine because we drew a card anyway, right? We're just drawing our natural draw now. So Adam Warlock actually just kind of got a free buff if you look at that, which is nice. Yeah, Gwynpool, you have to snipe Zombie Galacti here, bro. Gwynpool, you have. They actually may not be able to turn off X-Mansion thanks to Invisible Woman, by the way, which is pretty cool. Like, it may be hard, you know, they couldn't play like a Scarlet Witch there or something. I guess Legion or whatever could still do it, but Zombie Galacti 5 times. Demon 5 times? Are you kidding me? Just shift that. This X-Mansion is screwing me even more again. It's actual absurdities here, man. You can play the Zabu left, actually, because he went down to 0. That is not the right order, by the way. Don't look at me, guys. I mean, this is still 20, 32, 29 points mid. It's actually, what's it going to be right, though? We're going to have 8 and 10. Is 18? Or, excuse me, 28. So we're never going to win right because Galactus is already big enough. So you gotta win mid and you gotta win left. Ooh, I don't know. That's actually not that easily done. Mid's honestly pretty tough. It's not impossible, but yeah, like they're already committing cards here, and you have to imagine Dracula's gonna be big too. I think they kind of know they're gonna win right, which is smart, and then maybe they're just really going hard left, which I think is all, like I said, very smart. Yeah, I mean, we'll give it a go. I don't really have a choice, but for 1 cube, for sure, we'll give it a go. I mean, it's you know, I could imagine a lot of power here. Maybe this is like small little weird move stuff, though, and then Dracula just hits like, you know, 12 or 14 or something. You know, maybe hits a Red Hulk off the top for 10, and we kind of hold. I don't know. Oh, or they're just so scared that we win anyway. Baby, we're 6-3. Let's go. Winning record guaranteed. Dang, dude, 1 game to go, man. 1 game to go. I freaking love it, dude. Can we really go 7-3 on this run, dude, man? These are games I wouldn't maybe always put in the video because they're retreats, but you know, it's what it is. It's how it goes. All right, Gwynpool has been terrible in this deck today, by the way. Can we get 1 good Gwynpool game? I will say Dark Dimension's kind of spicy. You could hide a lot of stuff, but I know what's going to happen. We're going to rip Shuri into Sakaar because that's what always happens. Zombie Mr. Fantastic. Okay, Horde giving them priority pretty much always left. Hey, we got Forge. Good hit for once. Okay, man, they got a Surge, though. They're happy, I think. We don't mind that the Forge got pulled. That's no big deal. We ultimately just like the green card down. That's the important thing. Yeah, let's go Adam Warlock here. Let's probably a good chance we hold this. +6 here is really nice. Ooh, close though. It's gonna make it hard to hold on future turns. I guess a Gwynpool is a decent hit though, but you kind of feel bad playing Gwynpool if you don't have Zombie Galacti in hand. That's a little tough. Maybe we just dip out of that. No. Does this hold? Kind of don't think it holds. I need to like turn off Avengers Compound though, because I want to be able to play Wong and Shuri elsewhere. So it's like, do you actually just have to magic this even though you lose an Adam Warlock draw? I mean, I think we're guaranteed to hit Galacti anyway at this stage as long as they don't turn off Limbo. So it's not really a risk. Yeah, we weren't gonna win this anyway, I guess. They're crazy big, it looks like. Actually, I don't know. Hunger's not that. What are they at? 10? What would we have been at? We were at 7 + 4 would have been 11. Yeah, they would have helped for sure. Yeah. Okay. So magic frees us up a little bit, which is kind of a shame. They would have only been able to play 1 card here. It might have been a weird turn for them, but like I said, I need to create a Wong Shuri location. That's how too with the Wong Shuri location right now, though, is that I only have 1 Galacti card right. And if I go for Wong Shuri, I'm not going to get another one unless I top deck a Zabu that's green. How many green cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I don't really know if I have a choice, though, is the thing, man. Like, that's just the play I need to make. If Galacti were buffed at all, does extra energy help me? Like, I don't think so, right? Like, he's not... He is green, which is nice. Just wondering if, like, Shuri Galacti could be better. But I don't think so, right? Because then it's only 10... It's like 28 and 20-something. That doesn't really feel like enough. Oh, well, actually, mid would be 31 and right would be 28, but maybe a little more with Adam Warlock. But then you're kind of exposed to Angela and Guy. I think you have to go Wong Shuri, but I just really want a Zabu that's green right. And I really don't want that Spider-Ham to hit Zombie Galacti. That's... we got the Zabu, but he's not the right guy. He's not green guy. So now you feel really cooked there. Maybe you still win. Maybe you still win left and mid here somehow, right? It's only going to be like 21 points though, but they might decide to go big left and right and leave mid. I got to dodge the Spider-Ham first. Okay, we dodged the Spider-Ham. That's good news. Do they go big right and left and leave mid? Oh, they turn off Limbo. I totally forgot about Merlin, dude. Didn't they play Merlin last turn? No, they played him on 4. Oh, what an annoying way to end this video. Also, they went crazy hard left. What on earth? This was really risky, man. They trusted mid and right to hold. I could have just played some normal cards. I totally forgot about Merlin, dude. We were so concentrating on it previous games. What an anticlimactic finish, dude. No. No. Boring finish. I refuse it. It's gonna be a tough one anyway, maybe, especially the way they played this, right? Like, I don't think it would have worked out for us because, I mean, well, if it'd gone one more turn, who knows, right? I think they would have split harder. I am stunned that all of this went left. I mean, it wasn't even, was some of it loaded up ahead of time? I don't remember. I don't know. Either way, we went what? I think we said 6-4 with a couple heartbreaking losses. Like, I really felt pretty okay about this deck, man. And I don't think it's perfect. I'm sure a card or two could be improved here. A couple games seemed like they were in range because, or, you know, that we won because of the buff. I don't know. I don't think this is tier 1 or anything, of course, right? Like clearly not still a tier 1 deck. There's just too many moving pieces, too many points of failure or whatever, but is this a playable climbing deck? I've always been higher on it than everybody else, so I'm hesitant to say, but it honestly still feels pretty good to me. Like it can definitely still put out some crazy big numbers, man. It can certainly win. I think if you snap well with this deck and you know who's likely to have counters, who's likely to have stupid omniversal presences or whatever, then I don't know, man. It seems reasonable enough to me. That's all I'm saying. So I guess thanks for joining me on this journey, and I guess I will see you around.